Going over the trades for first trading day of November the 2nd, 2020. Choppy start as we continue to wait the election. Challenging on the SR CounterTrends as well. This pattern is very challenging. You see a delayed entry or a bigger stop loss would have worked. This lost on the ES and the NQ today, as well as crude oil. Minus 725 on ES. SR CounterTrend 2, V2 1M, and 5M minus 725, 15M minus 725. The SR CounterTrend 2ES minus 825. So challenging strategy for this type of market. Cobra 3 also lost today. It's had a recent large winner. Back here on the NQ, it's had a large winner. ES, it's had a winner here, but chopping on Cobra 3 as well. Minus 625 today. Adaptive moving average minus 400. Tricky winding day. We've talked about that in an earlier video. Pandemic trading patterns, and so the ES is a little bit more contained than the NQ. NQ is wide. So 6 strategies all down on the day for ES to start the month on a choppy note as we continue to wait the election. The pre-election chop is, the magnitude is much greater than we anticipated, and so it's been challenging trading this. Minus 725, minus 725, minus 725 on SR CounterTrend 2, V2, 1M NQ, 5M and 15 as well, and then the SR CounterTrend 2 NQ was minus 825 on the day. Once again, getting stopped right near the highs. A bigger stop or a delayed entry would have worked. Talk about those gap continuations, if there's a gap continuation against the trend, the market is just very strong the first hour of trading. So looking at that, looking at ways to revise this or trade additional strategies. My 2019 gap continuation 2019 chart is missing. Sometimes when you reload TradeStation, a chart might miss. I have to add it back, but there were no trades in gap continuation 2019. And so let's go over the rest of the strategy. Cobra 3 NQ, it did have a recent big winner here. Last 3 trades have been losers. Down on the day, just this winding. The trend is down, we reverse. The trend is up, we reverse. And so it's this constant reversing market that's challenging to get a hold of. And so minus 625 on Cobra 3 NQ. Stock index swing, we did have a winner here, plus 475 on this trade. Tick Pulse NQ V12 minus 625. Tick Count Trend NQ minus 50. It did have 1 winner and 1 loser. So V patterns all over the place. And gold, SR CounterTrend 4 gold minus 315 on the day. Asia Gold 4 was the highlight of the day. The 2020 version and the older version both hit profit targets of plus 1475. And then silver, no trades. Crude oil, losses across the board on the SR CounterTrends, while the trend strategies such as Cobra Crude captured the trade. Really, it's just the short side. It's hard to trade a lot of these strategies on the short side. For some reason, there's an unfair bias to the long side on a lot of strategies. You know, there's ETFs related to this, ETFs related to gold, ETFs related to crude oil, and those ETFs tend to be stock traders, and stock traders tend to be biased to the long side. And so it's been challenging to short this market. Even when it's in a downtrend. Minus 725 on SR CounterTrend 2 V2M, 5M, 1M, and 15M, as well as SR CounterTrend crude oil, SR CounterTrend 2 crude oil minus 825, and then minus 515 on SR CounterTrend 4 crude oil, and the SR CounterTrend 3 A and B both lost minus 825, minus 825. Gap fill and reverse loss minus 525. Cobra Crude aggressive was up plus 785. Conservative was up plus 315, and Cobra Euro minus 268.75. Natural gas, no trades. RBOB minus 827.20. Soybeans, it had plus 137 on Grange Day Trader, and soybean swing minus 225. Here are the beta strategies. Started trading this one, and the EVP plus 1625 on this strategy, and minus 765 on EVP1. So I started trading these two. Just a really challenging when all the strategies are losing like this. Going into a losing streak at the same time, it's just a pre-election chop that's just, the magnitude is greater than what we've seen. And so, you know, nearing worst case drawdowns in some of the other portfolios and at worst case drawdowns in some. And so this is where you have to decide if you want to hang in there or you want to wait. If you wait for it to pop, then you increase your risk to worst case to the new worst case drawdown. Or if you if you hang on, it could continue to lose. So it's tricky here. You have to make some adjustments, and this is where we readjust. It's one of the more challenging years. All the top traders and CTAs and funds like Medallion, I hear, are down on the year. Jim Simon's group, and so it's been a challenging trade since the end of August and September, October, beginning of November. Looking for some resolution to this chop. It doesn't normally chop this much for this long, but like I said, it's been an unusual year, and tomorrow is the election, so looking forward to that.